Hello, everybody. How are we doing?
Hey, hey,
Hey, Princess. How are we doing?
I'm good. What's the stuff you added to my stuff?
Yeah, I saw. I added the ones I had made before that I wasn't able to use.
Mm-hmm.
There's no problem, right? I would
No,
have.
no.
Okay.
Looks good.
Let's see. Lynn is here.
Hello, Lynn.
Hey, Leon. Mood reading 5 different books right now until one sticks. I feel that. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, everyone. Hey, Cammy.
Hi, Cammy.
And then it's just
Hey,
hi.
hey.
I am going to be reading The Jasmine Throne because I need to finish this book before the month ends. So that is my goal to read this.
I'll be reading Two Twisted Crowns because I still have probably like 100 pages to go, maybe two. I don't even know. Wait, I need to get two right here, which is 200, I think. Yeah, and I'm like 100 in, so 100 pages.
That's not bad. That's doable today.
Yeah, I feel like it. Yeah.
But yes, we are doing sprints. I know these are random, but I didn't do sprints Monday, and I felt bad, and I needed to get reading done, so that's why we're here. We're gonna do our first 15 our first 45 at 45 after.
Okay. Do you already have? Oh, you do have the timer set up already.
Look at me! I jumped on a Princess's StreamYard thing and I got prepared.
Is it on scene two, or when do you have it?
I think I have it on. Well, have to add it to stage, but I was gonna do sprinting time on here, like that. Does that
Ah,
work?
I see. I see. Okay,
There we go.
I got you. So
but
you're just not going to use the second scene in at all?
no, I didn't. I'm still learning shit.
It's really crazy because like I can control it as well,
Oh, you can, oh yeah.
and I'm like, why?
Well,
But
I guess because it's yours, so you're
I
logged in.
guess, but I'm not gonna control anything. I saw you. I'm like,
But
I'm just here.
that's good. I was gonna tell you something last night.
Mm.
You left, and then I remembered. I was like, shit, I was gonna ask her something, and now
And
I
now
can't.
you forgot again.
Yeah, that's how time works. But how was your Friday? How was your work day or anything? Your appointments, anything like
I mean,
that?
I had a lash appointment and I went to that because like my new glasses, not these ones, but these ones, my lashes were rubbing up against them.
Mm.
So I got them done and I told her when she was doing it, I was like, "Hey, can you go down a size?" And she was like, "Why?" And I was like, "Because it's rubbing up against my lenses." And she was like, "Oh, okay. Okay."
Not the why.
She was like, because like when I first started going to her years ago, I first started going to her, like my lashes weren't even like you couldn't like see them because of how short they were still.
Mm.
But now I've over the years, oh yeah, that's fine. Okay. Over the years, I've convinced her to or she's convinced me to go bigger. So now
Oh,
they're
okay.
longer. And so she's like, "Remember when you were like just a baby getting your lashes done and they were so short?" And I was like, "Yeah, I remember. I remember."
Is
But
she the same one? Is it a different lady that you go to for your hair, or does she like do both?
oh no, it's a different person. I have a person who does like my hair.
Mm-hmm.
Who that's a woman I got the Tracy Dion books
Yeah.
for. So that she does my hair. And then I have a different person who does my braids. That's a totally different person too.
Okay.
That's the one who cooks the cookies and such. And
Mm.
then I have a lash person and a nail person. Those are two different people too.
Love that.
Yeah. Like
Um,
my set group of people that handle all my stuff.
I was at the bookstore today, and I will say that you could definitely feel, like just comparing my bookstore, my local Barnes and Noble, that you could definitely see the to the post TikTok amount of people that were reading
Oh, I see, I see.
because there are so many more people there now. And it was fun seeing these girls there like talking about books, even though ones were like talking about getting their friend. They each were like, "You have to read my favorite series; it's super underrated." And one was Akatar, and then the other one's like, "Okay, well, you have to read my favorite series; it's super underrated." And it was the Inheritance Games. I can't tell if you froze or. Maybe she did freeze. Is anybody's? Am I having a Wi-Fi issue? No.
Thank you.
But yeah, that was just wild and fun. Okay, are you?
Am
you
I frozen or are you frozen?
I think you were frozen, or at least you were frozen for me.
I'm frozen.
Yeah, you froze.
You frozen.
She. Oh. Okay, she's back, and now she's gone. I am gonna open this on my stream so I can see what y'all are seeing. Okay, never mind. You should go on again. Yeah. So, okay. She'll be back hopefully. Okay. Well, if technical difficulties aside, how is everybody in chat doing? I don't think Cammy, you said what you were reading, so if you want to share that, and then Lynn, what are the books you are reading? Hey Anna, how are we doing? I'm blaming you that I'm seeing a lot of what's his name's books on my TikTok feed now because of being in Discord. I mean, in the sprints with you. They're now popping everywhere on my TikTok, and I'm like, God damn it, Anna! I don't know how, but it's your fault. But yeah. What? Like I said, and if you haven't said what you're reading, Anna, what are you reading? Ooh, okay. We love productivity. We love that. We are you doing editing TikTok videos, Instagram, or YouTube? What are we editing? But it started popping up the more after you were recommending his books. Mm. Okay, my screen got a little darker, so like. Okay, sorry. But yes, let's see what time is that? Immortal Longings. When other people saw us, they saw the dead. Empire Storms, The Martian, At Dark, I Become the Lonesome. I have not heard of half of these. And she's back.
Yeah. Okay. So it was me. Okay. Cool.
Okay. These are all the books that Lynn is juggling. Immortal Longing. Is that Chloe Gong?
Immortal Longing. Yes, it's Chloe Gong. Yes.
Okay. I was
Empire
like,
Storms is Sarah J. Maas. The Martian is what the fuck is his face? The guy. And
I don't know the other two books.
I don't know books number 2
or 5.
Or 5.
YouTube, the first episode of my new review series. Ooh, okay, I'm excited. I'm excited for you to get into more of your YouTube bag.
Yes.
If you're in the Discord, I believe, Cammy, so drop the links when it's out so we could watch. Princess needs to be dropping her video links when she drops them instead of me randomly finding them that they're out.
Okay.
God, I think it was. Was it yesterday the day you dropped your TBR, or was it the day before?
I think it was Wednesday.
Yeah, I saw it pop up and I was like, oh shit, I didn't even know this was out yet. I'm wanting to go to the bookstore today because they have a 20% off sale, but I just went a few weeks ago. I mean, but you can get books you don't have.
True.
There's no issue. I mean, me and Princess are the wrong people to ask about buying more books.
Wrong one, unfortunately.
Ooh, yes, Chloe Gong. Okay. I want to read Immortal Longings. I want to read more Chloe Gong because I do like her Shanghai Immortal, like her Shanghai series, her YA stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna probably read her newest one because her newest one's a dystopian, and I'm not a dystopian person like that. But I do want to read the Immortal Longings series. I have it. Will I read it anytime soon? I don't know.
I just had the first one. I don't have the second one.
I don't think I have the second one either. See, I knew y'all were gonna back me up. I mean,
True.
look, go buy it. Go buy more books. What's that logic? You're saving money because there's a sale, like,
Legit.
because you're gonna probably buy whatever book you're buying you would buy today. You're probably gonna buy it later, and it's on sale, so you're saving the money now than you would later.
Sure, let's go with that.
What are we eating?
Salad and a sandwich.
Ooh, okay. Is this a late lunch or early dinner?
Early dinner.
Nice. See, I can't eat that early because if I eat like at 4, I'm gonna wake up at like 10 and want to have something again to eat.
Well, it's almost 6, so
You're right.
and I don't eat past 7, so
I don't know why I thought it was like 4.
Mm-mm.
In my head, I'm like, it's 4 o'clock. She's eating dinner pretty late. I mean, eating breakfast. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
Exactly. See, look, this is what we're here for. We are here to help each other's bad habits.
I can't eat past 7. Like literally, my stomach gets so upset.
No, I mean, even, right now is a reasonable time to eat. I don't know what I was thinking. It was like 4. How are you liking the little bit you've read so far, though, of your book?
Two Twisted Crowns?
Yeah.
I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. I'm excited to finish it tomorrow. I'm excited to get it done tomorrow. So
That's good.
I don't know how this is going to work out tomorrow with me finishing this and Blood and Honey tomorrow.
Have you started Blood and Honey?
I have.
Okay. How far are you into that one?
Like 100 pages, I think, maybe.
I think it's doable if you can at least finish one and then get more than half into the Blood and Honey. I feel like
I just don't want to. Well, I have no other option but to just finish it and stuff. But I'm supposed to be starting ACOTAR tomorrow. So, not tomorrow. Sunday. Sorry, excuse me.
Well, I think what you could do is, so if the goal is made today, you get to the halfway point of Two Twisted Crowns. So maybe do how much percent did you say you're into Blood and Honey?
Oh, like 20, 30?
Maybe 20%. So maybe tomorrow go to finish Two Twisted Crowns. Maybe go to 70% of Blood and Honey. And so that you only have to read like 30% of Blood and Honey on Sunday, and then the rest could be Throne of Glass. Or whatever, ACOTAR.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
ACOTAR's not a hard book to get
It's not, especially because I've read it so many fucking times at this point.
So. Okay. Speaking of that, I'm going to pull up the timer because we've got like a minute.
Okay.
Let's see. I want to play around with something, though, because... I like this look. I like the circle look. This is like an outlet. I could play with stuff. Yeah, because Mermaid.
Okay.
So that's why it's blue. That's why we got the because May to me is blue.
Hello, Jen. How's it going?
Hey, Jen. How are you doing, Jen? What are you reading? How are we being productive today? Yeah, we got 1 minute until we start our first sprint, and I am hoping to finish this today because I still wanted to. I need to be honest with myself. I'm not gonna get to Sword Catcher. I'm like on chapter 2 or no.
Who
3.
really cares? Nobody cares about Sword. Like, it's beautiful on the shelf, but I don't care about it.
I only want to finish it because of my Fairy Loot challenge.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to read it, and I need to DNF it, and it's not bad, but I'm just going to DNF it. I have 2 copies. Because I didn't know I was getting the Fairy Loot from Helen.
Is it just a duology or?
I don't know.
Oh, true.
But it is 45, so we're gonna start our first sprint.
Paco, you're not muted, by the way.
Thank you. I thought I pressed
What?
mute. I turned off my camera and didn't press mute.
These are so pretty.
You're muted.
Huh?
There you go.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, I might sound off because my Wi-Fi went out, or power went out. It's back on. It like had a flash, old house and shit. So I'm gonna sound robotic until my Wi-Fi's back up and running.
Okay.
Because I'm using my phone. What's it called? You know the word.
Yes.
My phone's connected here. Y'all
Yeah,
know the
I got you.
word.
Yeah.
But let's see. How did everybody do? Red.
We're just gonna give Paco a second. He just needs a second.
It's gonna until my Wi-Fi is on. It's powered
Yeah,
back on. So
It's yeah, you sound like robotic and you're like skipping all over the place. So
I'm also moving myself. So
yeah. Okay. Lynn, you pregnant? I'm just asking. Because when I was pregnant, the toast and ginger tea was the only way I was surviving because I was feeling like shit. So you pregnant? I'm just curious. Oh, hi, Jess. Discover someone. Makes sense. Hey, I better be the first to know, okay?
I just popped in.
You're still like
just popped in too.
You still sound robotic. Do you need a moment to get back on your Wi-Fi? He's not on Wi-Fi. He's on what's it called? Hotspot. That's okay. We'll figure it out. He just needs a moment.
I guess I should head to this place.
You look to be here and stuff, but yeah, it's lagging and blurry and such. You just take your time. Take your time. But while could be comforting my cycle, yeah, I hear you. I got you. The internet really be betraying us, like legit. But how are you doing, Jess? Fill us in on what's going on with you. We could definitely see him and such. It's just like, it's a little laggy a little bit.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, because I'm like, I gotta wait for my Wi-Fi's not even back up and running yet. You know, it takes a minute after the power went out.
Yeah.
So I have my Xbox on, and I'm looking to see when my Xbox connects to the Wi-Fi. That's when I could connect my computer to it.
Got you. Makes sense. But how did you do? What did you do? I just ate and chilled, basically.
I read a little bit, but once I started finally getting into dinner was ready.
Okay.
So
I got you.
And then right before the timer went up, when the power went out, so it's been fun.
Depressed as fuck.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, baby.
We're sending love.
Definitely sending you all the love.
All the love and all the time you need. What's everyone reading?
I'm reading Two Twisted Crowns. That's what I'm reading.
The Jasmine Throne is what I'm reading. I need to actually update the vlog on the next sprint, which the next sprint will be. We ended at 30, so 45. At 45 will be the next sprint.
Okay, cool.
No, we another 45 minutes.
I was watching somebody do videos about tackling their ongoing series, and I want to do that so bad, but like I don't think I have the time to fit any of that in right now. And it's like they're like in episodes, and I'm like, that is so cool. I mean, I see a lot of people like either tackling their TBR or tackling their series, or yeah, tackling their TBR, tackling their series, and they do like episodes of doing it. And I was like, ugh, imagine being consistent. Imagine. That's crazy.
Imagine.
That's crazy. Imagine.
Well, you are being more consistent, though. I feel like you're starting it. You're at the start of your venture because you're doing the two twists. You're going to be finishing this duology. You're going to be reading Sarah J. Maas next month. So you're knocking that out. So
I'm trying.
By the end of June, if everything goes the way it should be, you will be done with 3 series.
Yeah.
Because ACOTAR, Serpent and Dove, and
the duology.
The duology.
Yeah.
So it's just staying on it.
Yeah.
Was Mom there, or was that?
Yeah, she's right here.
Hey,
she's
Mom.
sitting in my chair. She's sitting in my chair. Talk about she about to fall asleep.
I love that chair for you, though.
I still haven't been able to like sit in it and just like enjoy it yet. Not yet.
Why?
I don't know.
What, a week?
Almost a week, yeah. Or no. I think he built it on Sunday.
You brought this for me.
I didn't buy it for you. I did not buy it for her.
It's for me to come over here.
I didn't buy it for her.
Oh, and then you get comfortable. Ooh. Mm-hmm.
I think what I'm gonna do is I can like pull this screen out and then turn it and then can like play while I sit or something.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. Gotta be in the mood to get back into a certain world, and my mood is so shifty, hard to finish series. Sometimes doing better as of late, though. Yeah, I feel it. I want to read One Dark Window eventually. My brain has been struggling with reading published works lately. So you've been reading like not published work recently, or what?
I know she's been reading fanfic a lot.
Fanfic. Ah, nice. Okay. I mean, that's still reading though. So.
Yeah, and I say don't fight it, because then you're gonna not like it if you have to fight yourself to do it. So like it's like doing homework. You're not going to enjoy it as much if you're pushing yourself.
Yeah, I agree.
Fanfic.
Yeah. I don't think fan fiction's for me. Like, I mean, I've never read anything, but I just don't think it's for me. But I went into One Dark Window not really knowing much about it, knowing that it had like a gothic like feel to it, that it's a duology, that has something to do with like some type of monster inside of this girl or something. And that's literally and it had a really interesting magic system. Those are only things I knew going into it, which is really nice and such, only knowing a little bit of stuff and everything. So, but I really, really liked One Dark Window, and I am liking Two Twisted Crowns as well. Like, I don't know if I'm liking it. A part of me feels like I'm liking it more than One Dark Window because you have the different points of views and stuff.
I do think Two Twisted Crown is stronger, but I think that's what it's supposed to be.
True.
Because One Dark Window sets everything up.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't enjoy everything from Two Twisted Crowns if it wasn't for One Dark Window. It's almost like that's how series is supposed to work.
Almost, right?
That's not shade. That's shade to like authors who don't do that.
No. You want me to help you? Yeah.
I just wanted to use one of your letters.
They're not letter openers. They're replicas. They're sword replicas. They're not letter openers.
Oh, like these?
They're not. He got letter openers from Fairy Loot, but the Lumicray ones are not letter openers. So they're just replicas.
You have letter openers.
They're not letter because they're not like flat.
I say you have them around it.
Anyways, she's crazy.
Don't.
You just like her.
I'm not.
I'm
I'm just like you.
You are.
I ain't. I am not.
You can deny it all you want to. I used to try to deny it.
Yeah, I got it from Fairy Loot. It's I think it's on a glass sword. Aelin's sword.
Yeah. I have a Thunderglass sword, but mine's like thick. Like they're thicker. That's how I know that they're not letter openers because they're thicker.
I like this one because it's sharper. Where is that at?
Hey,
And I like that it's kind of like a rose gold to it.
that look dangerous as fuck.
I know, that's why I like it. Yeah.
I am like I'm not like tired because I haven't really done anything today. But I'm not tired. I don't think I'm tired. I think I'm just like I don't know. Yeah, I am. I'm overwhelmed. That's probably what it is.
That makes sense.
Like I'm just emotionally overwhelmed. Oh, I need to set up sprints for tomorrow too. It's under the chair. But I need to set up sprints for tomorrow and set up sprints for Sunday. Well, I'll set up sprints for Sunday tomorrow. But I need to set up sprints for tomorrow, and then I'm gonna do sprints on Sunday. But that will be the last sprints for June. Like I'm not doing any more sprints after that.
And apparently, I got signed up by someone to be doing sprints in June. So,
Okay.
Oh, I will be, I guess, taking over Sunday sprints for Princess, according to Nell.
Hey, there you go.
And I'm definitely gonna have Nell join me at one point. She doesn't know it yet, but I'm like,
she doesn't know it yet.
over here, you made me do this. I'm gonna make you do it.
Are you for real? Like actually going to do it? Like, should I say something on Sunday that you will be taking over Sunday sprints?
When we do it, and I'll try to do it at the same time, but we'll say that it won't be as long. Because we're gonna add that. Like Paco's doing his sprints on my channel to take over.
At least for the month. I'm not doing sprints on Sundays.
Thank you.
Or in June.
Yes, more sprints. Especially because June I'll be able to wait, actually. I do work the 8th.
I'm not stopping entirely, Jess. I'm just taking a break for the month of June. Like I've been doing Sunday sprints for a long time, and like I was telling everybody on Sunday, like 2 Sundays ago, or maybe last Sunday, I feel like stale bread. You know what I mean? Like I just feel like I need like a breath of fresh air. So I feel like taking a step back from sprints. Paco's frozen again. It's fine. Oh, there you are. Okay. Taking a step back from sprints for the month of June, not including the first, obviously, but taking a step back from sprints on June will give me that breath of fresh air that I need, or like that second wind, or to feel motivated to continue doing them. And maybe I'll think of like a better, more interactive way of doing it as well. Not exactly sure.
I will say I will cover the Sundays, but I can't the 8th, which is the first Sunday that you would be gone, because that's my last day at the arena. So I work that day. So the 15th, 22nd, and the 29th, I'll cover for you for those.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just remembered I do work one day in June, and it happens to be that day.
But yeah, I mean, you don't have to cover at all. You know what I mean? Like.
I mean, it's up to you. I mean, I don't know. We'll talk about it maybe off camera.
Because I may not always chat live, but I be lurking and I watch the replays. Oh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. Yeah, just like I don't know, like with the new channel and stuff, and like sometimes, like I mean, I have like recently, I guess, been doing like including like other things like day in the life of business analyst and stuff like that. Like I've done that a couple times and stuff, but like it's just. Like, I mean, I fell back into just doing booktube stuff because that's what I know. I know booktube stuff. That's it. That's all I know, So like with sprints and everything, while the sprints are fun and most of the time we're talking shit or like, we're playing games or whatever the case would be, it's stuff like I feel stale. I feel stale. Like, and I feel like, okay, I need to do something to revamp some type of way. So yeah, that's it.
I've mentioned it before, but it's not like technically a new job, Lynn. I'm just getting pulled to do something else for like 3 weeks, and so I'll have a set schedule for it. But yeah, it's not like technically a new job because I'll still at the end of it go back to the arena.
Mm.
But it does have a chance of going longer.
You're gonna be doing things with like tech and computers and stuff, right?
It's more like research, more than like doing the research instead of like compute. Like it's on a computer, but it's more of the research part than being techie, if that makes sense.
Okay. Like, I feel like you and like technology don't mix sometimes. So I was like, oh, anything to get you more on a computer is always a plus.
Yeah. It's funny you say that because my dad is always saying I'm the computer person. I said anybody that knows how to successfully turn on a computer to my dad is a computer person.
Wow. I feel like you'd be like, how do I do that? I'd be like, oh my God.
Okay. To be fair, you are a computer person.
I am.
Like,
I'm not throwing any shade. I'm just being honest. I feel like he is way too young to not be more involved in like tech stuff. Like more, well, not even tech stuff, but just like applications and stuff. Like, you know, I feel like he has an older soul though too. So there's that.
And my job's not a computer job. Like
that's true.
My job I've had since high school. I've been I'm a dishwasher, so it's not like I am needing to make files.
No, agreed. But just because you don't have to do that doesn't mean that you shouldn't know how to make files. Especially because like you have all these Apple products, you have all this Apple and stuff, and like you're not using it to its potential.
Yes, princess.
I'm just saying. And I can't wait for you to be like, whether it's on Mac or like Windows or whatever the fuck case to be and stuff like that. I'm really excited for you to like get more into, whether it's just like just researching on Google or whatever the fuck case be, like you being on something and like in it and stuff is just automatically a plus. That's a plus. That's a plus. I'm excited for you.
Now I'm nervous. No, I'm joking.
You're gonna call me and be like,
Well, you know what? That's called using your resources.
But no, I'm very well aware that I'm very much on a computer like all the time. Like all the time. But I still learn things and I still like look things up. Like I looked something up a couple days ago because I didn't know I was working with XLOOKUP formulas and stuff. Like I pulled data onto Excel, right? I pulled data onto a sheet on Excel, and then I wanted to like put it on a different sheet as well. But I wanted a formula so it automatically updates itself, so I don't have to like manually put it in. So I was like doing some XLOOKUP stuff, and I was like, okay, wait, hold on. I was like, I know kind of what to do, but not all the way. So I thought I have to Google it. I Googled it.
To me, I'd find things easier when I have someone that I can talk to, like explain it to me. If that makes sense, like
yeah.
To talk.
I also feel like you're like a doer. Like you learn better by doing it yourself, and like somebody just like being like, oh yeah, no, click here, and you're like, oh okay, cool, I got it, and then like you kind of click it by doing it yourself. I feel like you're a doer. You learn more on hand than like visually. You know.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah. But it's gonna be great. I'm really excited. I'm excited for you to have a set schedule. I'm so excited for you. It's gonna like broaden your horizons. No, it's just a temporary assignment. But I'm excited for you to broaden your horizons. I'm really excited. I'm excited for you to then like, you know, whenever you get the rest of your Apple products and stuff, I'm excited for you to play with your Apple stuff too.
I am too.
I'm awaiting those phone calls and FaceTimes.
Well, now I'm not gonna call Princess now.
No, you better call me.
Now I'll just find someone else to call. Like I don't want to bother Princess now. No, it's all right. I'll still bother her. Okay, it is 6:50. We were supposed to do it at 6:45, but we started coming into like Princess's mentality stuff, so we had to talk about it. I worded that badly. We were getting into a more topic to talk about, if that makes sense. Like we were like,
no, you good. The way you worded it was fine.
I didn't want it to be like I didn't mean anything to buy that. All right.
You know, because again, Erica came when she told you about what I had said. It's not like I did something unintentional. But
Anyway, how'd you do? Or what'd you do?
I hear echo.
I don't hear an echo. Do you guys hear an echo in the chat?
You don't hear that? You muted.
Did you hear it now? And did you hear it like when I was muted? Did you hear it still?
No.
Is it still now?
Say something?
Hi.
No.
Okay. But you know, at the end, I started to hear like a something, but it sounded like
yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Michael Myers.
Yeah, no, I don't hear anything now.
Okay. Nope from Jen. Hey Jen. Hey Helen. Joined by Helen. I got to chapter 38, so I am marching my way and past the halfway point, so I will definitely be finishing tomorrow. Alright, there was something, but it seems like it's to be gone.
Yeah.
Cleaned the kitchen and read 10 pages of Empire of Storms. Okay. Love that. Ooh. Yeah, I love that. Let me see. We are going to do our next sprint at the 50 mark. But are you tabbing up the book or?
I'm setting up a reading schedule for next week.
Oh, smart.
Because with me, I have to go out of I'm going out of town on Monday. I'm going to Fresno to work in Fresno. And then I'm driving to Merced on Monday as well. So I'm gonna drive to Fresno, and then work in Fresno, and then when I'm done working, I'm gonna go to Merced, and I'm staying the night in Merced, and then there's a meeting in Merced on Tuesday, and then I'll be back home on Tuesday after the meeting on Tuesday. So it's a lot of driving, but it's a good audiobook time.
To Fresno and Merced, is it like stop and then stop, or is it like stop and if this is making sense?
Like if you're going north, right? Yeah. You're going north, right? So it's Fresno first, and then I'll be working in Fresno for some hours or whatever. And then Merced is about an hour away from Fresno.
Okay.
More north. More towards North California.
You're going in a straight line.
So I'm going in a straight line. Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad you understood my question.
Yeah, I got you.
Because like when I'm going down south, usually if I was either going to visit you or my dad's family stays out, instead of like going further, it's just you guys are in the valley there and that's on the coast. Like it's the same distance, but just
a shift over.
Yeah.
Yeah. To the west.
Yeah. I was about to say to the left, to the left.
To the west. Yeah.
Ate dinner and read a couple of pages of Blood and Honey. They are entering. Oh, Helen's almost done. Helen's wrapping it up. Mm-hmm. Well, it's French inspired. Like, you know, they're going to do a catacomb and kind of shit. I need to plan what I'm reading next week.
I have, because I have so many books that I'm trying to read. I already have them separated into weeks, and then I know how many pages every day I need to read. So now I'm trying to separate them. So I have them separated already into weeks, and then I need to separate them into days. Yeah, it's a no for me. I would never go into the Paris catacombs.
I'm reading this book called The Fair Folk.
The Fair Folk.
Ooh, so I'm guessing Fae.
Maybe.
Yeah, so that's like what they're called. The fair, the good neighbors or the fair folk are like nicknames for fairies. So is it good, hopefully, or are you at least entertained?
Are you not entertained?
Is it an online book club or is it like a in-person book club? I don't know.
No, thank you.
I don't know.
Jess, you are black as fuck. What the fuck are you doing down there?
To say, part of me who loves like witchy, spooky shit kind of wants to go, but then the Mexican side of me is like, it's spooky and no. Like, very cool and creepy.
No.
Here's a thing to think about it, for me at least, ghosts, like, I believe in spirits and ghosts? Yes. But also, do I think that spirits and ghosts can affect us really? I don't think they could affect the mortal world like that. Because if they could, there's no way that white people would know peace in America if ghosts could do any real damage.
True. I just feel like with, like, you got me fucked up. It's a no for me. It's a no. I don't care enough to be like, it's a no for me. And I feel like that I was just going to say that. I was like, as somebody who is also married to a white man, we can't be letting these white men be putting us into situations. Okay. We can't do it. We can't do it. Okay. We can't do it. I did it. I went to the Winchester house with Mike. We did the night tour of the Winchester house, which is supposed to be super haunted and stuff like that. But we can't be letting these white men be white men in us, Jess. We can't do that.
I did the Queen Mary. You know the Queen Mary is?
Mm-hmm. In Long Beach?
Yeah, in Long Beach. But we didn't actually get on the boat. It was because it was around Halloween time. It was in October. And they had a bunch of, like, haunted house, like, fake, like, people are going to jump out at you haunted houses. Yeah. Like, festivals set up around it. And we did that. We didn't actually get on the boat because you got me fucked up. I'm not asking for spirits. Like... Okay, but I wanted to go too, and I don't regret it.
I hear you. I hear you as a wife to a white man. I hear what you're saying. However, no, we be like letting these white men be white men in us, and I don't know what the fuck.
The support group, white husband support group.
We need to make one, a white husband support group, definitely for Black women. Agreed. I mean, we saw like the whole trend on TikTok, the whole Black wife trend on TikTok, the Black wife glow up on TikTok. We saw that whole trend. That shit was so entertaining.
I'm not gonna lie, I was at the bookstore a month ago, and I was gonna tell you this, but I forgot. And there was this short black girl, and her taller white husband, and they were talking about books, and he was grabbing the book from the shelf for her. And in my head, I'm like, that's just Princess and Mike in a different font. Because even the way she was talking to him, I was like, is that Princess?
Oh, how cool would that be? I could do that. I can go to a mausoleum. I'm okay with that. But going underneath the earth? No. It's a no for me.
No, I wish. Yeah, see, like, I want to go to not like the catacombs, that's just too much. But, like, I want to go to New Orleans and, like, the, like, be into the areas for that, and there's like some certain areas I want to go to that are like the haunted places, but also part of me is like, no, we're not going to do that, if that makes sense.
It's a no for me. Thanks, no thank you. Thanks, no thank you. Okay.
It's a no for me.
I had like, okay, so y'all know how, well, y'all being you and 1,000, right? Know how, like, I been talking to that girl that, like, I met on TikTok and stuff like that, and, like, we're trying to establish a friendship and stuff, right?
That's the one that was reading urban books.
Yeah, that one. So, we got into it, which is kind of early, but like, she called me while we were at Nissan, right? Dropping off the car or whatever. Mm-hmm. And we were having a discussion, and I want to preface this by saying that she is Caribbean, right? Mm. And she is gay. Okay? Like, super completely. Okay? So I cannot speak for her background. Oh, and she's from like New York, right? She lives in North Carolina, but she's from New York, right? Okay. So I can't speak for her background or anything like that. But when I brought up that I was married to a white man, it was crazy. It was crazy. Oh, and like, I be letting people, I just be letting people like, go off and stuff like, because, I be preserving my energy. I worked really hard on just preserving my energy. Like, you know what? It's not worth my energy, right? But there's a couple of things that she said that kind of like hit me a little bit. And I was like, woo, hold on. she was trying to wake up some stuff, you know. So when I told her, like, you know, both sides of my family come from the South and stuff, and she was like, so you're like Haitian and stuff. And I was like, I wouldn't go that far to say I'm Haitian because I don't know that side of my family like that. So I wouldn't go that far. But she was like, your family allowed you to marry a white man.
Ooh.
I was like, bitch.
Allowed is wild.
Like, what do you mean? And then like before that, she was like, oh, I forgot though. You live, girl. I know 1,000. Girl, look.
Allowed is wild.
Allowed, like the fuck you mean? But it like. And so like, okay, I was letting stuff go, right? I was letting some stuff go because I was like, she don't know me like that. She damn sure don't know my husband like that, you know. And then she was saying that, oh, well, like, you know, you live in California, so like, you know, there's like, of course you would marry a white man. And I was like, what does that mean? And she was like, well, like, you know, the quality or the amount of black people out there. And I was like, what do you mean? And what do you mean? And she was like, well, like, you know, maybe you just don't have, you don't have access to the amount of black people or whatever. You don't have access to the black people to get with a black person. And I'm like, no. So look, okay. So number one was the whole loud shit. I was like, okay. Number two, the whole, she called me a valley girl, and I instantly was like, you got me fucked up. But anyways, okay. Number two, right? Number three was the whole like having access to access to quality black people in California.
Like
that was number three.
You know what? I'm not gonna say
that was number three, right? That was number three. That's number three. The last one, right? I was letting some shit slide. The last one that I was like, okay, enough is enough, is when she basically erased my bisexuality because I'm married to a man. She was like, well, like it's always y'all who end up with men. It's always y'all who end up with men. Like y'all as in bisexual women. It's always y'all who end up with men. And then it's always y'all who are constantly like, you know, oh, Pride Month and blah, like, you know, with the because I told her that I got my nails done and like I had the flag on because Pride Month is coming. So I was like, oh, I wanted to get it done early and da. So instantly I was like, okay, pause. Hold on. I was like, look, I don't let you talk for a moment, and I don't let some shit slide.
Digging that hole.
She was saying how when people outside of California think about California, they think about Valley girls. And I was like, from what I've heard about when people who think about California who don't live in California, they're thinking about LA, they're thinking about San Francisco, they're thinking about Hollywood, which is fucking LA, but they're thinking about these. I was like, they're thinking about this. And she was like, well, there's a lot of white people and Mexicans in California. And I was like, okay.
Some Mexicans now.
I was like, okay, but okay. So those four things, right? Before I was like, okay, I try not to interrupt people, right? Trying to interrupt people. So by interrupting, I was like, okay, look. I was like, I don't let you slide a couple times. I was like, but the shit that you're saying is a fucking no. I was like, it's a no. For one, you're erasing my bisexuality because I ended up with a man instead of a woman, which you don't know me like that, but trust me, if it was not Mike, it would have been a fucking woman. Guarantee it would have been a woman. But it just so happened to be Mike. I was like, number two, I was like, you're erasing my blackness and my black experiences just because I'm married to a white man. I was like, and that shit is a fucking no-go. At the end of the day, I am a black woman in America. When you see me, you see a black woman, and I have my own black fucking experiences. You cannot erase those things just because I'm married to a white man. I was like, number three. I was like, just because I was like, before my husband, I only dated black or of Hispanic descent, right? Those are only two I dated. I've never dated a white guy until Mike. Never dated a white. Not saying that I obviously wouldn't, obviously. Hello. But not saying I wouldn't, I just didn't, right? I was like, so I was like, but me being with a white man does not speak for the quality of Black people in California. Does not speak for the quality of Hispanic descent individuals in California. Those things are not equivalent to each other. I was like, it just didn't work out. That's not to say that I don't love Black men and Black women. I come from a Black woman and I have Black men in my family. And I come from a Black man. What do you mean? Like, what do you mean? I was like, I love Black men and Black women. I just so happened to get with a white guy. It just happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know how I got here. Like, it just happened. Not just kidding. Mike is dope, obviously, right? But I was like, that's for 3. I was like, and for 4, this whole allowed shit, I'm grown as fuck. And on top of that, my family would much rather have Mike than me. What do you mean? Like, I was like, they accepted Mike easily, quickly. He was in the family before I could even be like, this is, they were like, oh, cool beings, you know? Because, like, you know, Black people tend to be very welcoming and stuff like that and such. Well, like, you know, depending on situations and stuff, obviously. But, like, I went off. And then she asked me what the first thing that I thought about when I thought of New York. And I was like, I don't know, fucking the Hamptons. And she was like, why the fuck would you think of the Hamptons? I don't fucking know. I don't live in fucking New York. What the fuck else am I supposed to think about? I don't know.
I think of New York, I think cold and Puerto Rican.
I thought of the Hamptons and Times Square. That's what I thought about. I was like, in that the big ass park that's there. That's all. I was like, I don't fucking know. I don't know. I'm not from New York. I've never been to New York. Why would I don't know, you know? And then she was saying, like, why would you not think of the Bronx or something? I was like, I mean, I've heard of the Bronx. And then she said something about, like, the boroughs that's out there. And I was like, I didn't even know how many boroughs y'all had. I was like, I don't fucking know any of that stuff. I was like, but the difference between what I don't know and what you're saying is that at least I can be like, I don't know because I'm not from out there, so I don't know. You're not
putting assumptions on people.
Right.
Because of where they're from.
Right. I was like, damn. Like, I went the fuck off. I'm not gonna lie. I went the fuck off. I went off on her because I was like, I'm letting some shit slide. I was like, but you done hit me 4 times. And I'm like, ooh, hold on. Because you don't fucking know me like that. And then, like, when I was talking about Mike, I was like, I don't need to fucking defend my fucking husband. I was like, I don't fucking need to. And she's like, well, you are his wife. I was like, I am his wife. I was like, but I don't need to fucking speak for him because you don't fucking know my husband. So I don't need to defend him to you of all motherfuckers. Like, you don't know him. So, and you don't know me like that. And then, like, I got off the, and I was like, I got to go because we're about to go into Nissan or whatever. So then I got the phone and she, like, in text, like, instantly after that, like, apologized and such. But I was just like,
this is the 3rd friend that you've, like, made online that, like, blew up on you for stupid shit. You gotta stop picking these weirdos.
She is super, like, I think what really, like, started it was, like, when I told her I was married to a white man, a man, and then a white man, right? It's like, she was like, oh, I thought that we were more, like, we had more things in similarity and stuff. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, I was like, what do you mean? I was
gonna say, maybe she was feeling you.
I don't know. I guess. But I was like, because, like, she's a gamer, she's Black, she's in, okay, wait, hold on. She's a gamer, she's Black, she's in a very well-known industry and stuff like that. So she has like, you know, a salary position, you know what I mean? She reads books and she has, like, a autoimmune disorders. We have a very similar past and upbringing as far as, like, family goes and stuff. I was like, oh, like, this is like a match made in heaven, you know? Like, oh, this is about to be my friend. You know what I mean?
It was a match made in heaven too, but maybe not wanting to be friends.
I don't know. I told her, I was like, I really appreciate, because she apologized and she said that I educated her and that she is going to be careful going forward, like how she talks about things that she don't fucking know about. But And I was like, I appreciate the apology because I do. I appreciate the apology and everything, but like I definitely like took a step back a little bit because I was just like, ooh, like regardless of you apologizing, this is how you felt. Like, you know what I mean? Like you said these things, so I don't know.
You're better than me because I would have hung up during that rant.
Yeah,
I'm a quick to hang up and block. In the minute I get an attitude I don't like.
Attitude, I don't like a block. I just wanted, like, I was like, okay, I'm gonna let that slide. I let it slide. I let the other thing slide. And I was just like, okay, you're hitting me too many times at this point, and I'm letting too much shit slide. So then I spoke up and corrected all that shit. And I like laid it out. I was like, you said this, and that's not, you said this, and no, you said this, and you said this. I was like, I'm about to demolish all these 4 points right quick. And she was like, oh, like, I was like, yeah, no, bitch, you got me fucked up. But anyways, anywho, what's crazy is like she's super dope. I like her a lot. And even with me like taking a step back and everything, and I'm happy that she was able to get educated, and I appreciate the apology and all that good stuff. But it's like, I like, as far as this being like besties and stuff, I'm like, probably not. But she
cool. You already have besties already.
Big facts. No, I agree. And trust me, if I was to leave Mike for a woman, it would not be her. It wouldn't be her. It wouldn't be her.
It'd be Lynn.
It would be Lynn. It would be Lynn.
We all know this. Lynn or Nell?
I'm pissed. Oh yeah. It'll be Lynn, Nell. Oh, and Emily.
Yeah, Emily now too.
Yeah. I commented on her video and I was like, look, I'm not saying I was checking you out, but I'm no better than a man. I was like, these angles are perfect. These are perfect camera angles for me watching you put up books. Princess with her sister wives.
Princess really does have a whole ass harem, and it's wild seeing her collect them in the wild.
I'm like catching them like Pokemon. Like, yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm. It wouldn't be her. She's really nice, but it wouldn't be her. It definitely wouldn't be her. It would be Lynn and Nell and Emily. Like, you heard me say and, not or.
Yeah, and.
Lynn, I choose you. It'd be and. It's funny. But yeah, I don't know, y'all. It's like, it's crazy. I was just like, no. It's crazy, like, having all that at one time. I was like, ooh. And then, like, I was just like, I literally, like, I'm on the phone. I'm just like, what do you mean? What do you mean? And Mike saw me too. He was like, oh, shit.
Who knew?
He was like, I'm going to get out the car. Mike was like, well, she doesn't know me, and like, white people, and I was like, I don't give a fuck about none of that. I was like,
no, the part that you're teaching about that is like, I get to an extent like what Mike said about the white people, but she wasn't attacking Mike in any of her little rant. She was going after you, and she was going after the quality of the black men in the area. Like, she wasn't going after the white guy. She was going after everybody else.
Yeah.
My problem with that rant.
I'll hold your bag, babe.
Quality and allow are the ones that are wild to me.
Right? Talk about your family allowed you to marry a white man. I was like, what do you mean allowed?
Your family would trade Mike.
Legit, quick as fuck. They would trade me for Mike quick as fuck, without a doubt. Like, if Mike like went to my family and said, oh, hey, I'm trying to take Princess out, I'm trying to take her out, they would be like, let me help you bury her, like, type shit. Like, if I divorced Mike or something, like, they would be like, I don't give a fuck about you divorcing him. He's the family. What do you mean? He's in the family. He's not going anywhere. You can go. He's not going. Like, what do you mean? My grandma loved Mike. Oh God, yeah. Would have made me hung up?
Yeah, I would have hung up a long time ago in that conversation because I don't got the time for it.
It was interesting. Oh Lord, what? Nothing.
Anna, you should, if you weren't here, I would say go back a couple minutes, listen to the rant, and then cause I love Anna's perspective on things. She is so wild.
It was definitely extreme, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a learning experience.
We love that. Okay, we're gonna do our last one at 8:10. It's
Okay.
gonna be 30 instead of a 45. Or it's gonna be 20 because I have to be up. I have to be somewhere at 5 in the morning.
You and these short ass sprints is killing me.
It's the last sprint.
The fact that you're only sprinting for like 3 hours is wild. 3 to 4 hours.
Not all of us could do 5 hours.
Look, I'm gonna need you, sir, to figure that out. Thank you. Have a good night, Jen.
Good night, Jen. But yeah, I will do long sprints. Okay, I'll do a long sprint soon, especially because next week I don't have any work next week, like all week because there's nothing going on, and so maybe I'll do a 24-hour sprint.
Ooh. You know what? You definitely can do that. I would never.
Okay, 24-hour readathon, not 24-hour sprints. Let me be clear on that. Like the one I did last time was fun. I did like a couple hours live, and then I took a break, and then we did sprints on the Discord, and then the next day we did some more sprints.
I'm down.
That should give me enough time to finish Blooded Honey. So I think I'm gonna do that. I gotta figure out the day, but expect a 24-hour readathon coming, and maybe I'll vlog it. We'll see. Everything for the content.
Not for the content. Yes, agreed.
That gave me a migraine saying it.
Not give you a migraine.
But I do have to be somewhere at 5, so that's why I'm doing a shorter sprint. This last one.
Okay.
Helen, you want the link? I'm gonna send Helen the link so we can get the Helen cam.
For the last sprint?
Yeah, for the last sprint. That's not the link. Copy. I feel like we need Helen to give us some words of wisdom. I don't know what words those will be, but
She gonna be cussing people out.
Mm-hmm.
I respect that. I respect that.
Hello, Melinda. I am ready for June to be here.
It's almost here.
I'm saying it like it's not one day away.
It's literally Sunday.
But did May feel like it took forever for anybody else?
No.
I was about to type. It's a good thing I wasn't on camera during Princess's stories because the faces I was making.
You're probably like, girl.
I was like, like what?
My big back self is frying some French fries that I just peeled. Love that.
Ooh,
we talking about
colored
big
tacos.
backs are like what you holding on that back.
on.
That's different. That's very different.
I hate big back. Because if a bitch ever called me like, come on, us big backs, let's go. We gotta fight. Like that is, I hate it.
See,
What's a big
I've
back?
been called that, but in a way that implied that I was looking strong.
The
Like
only
muscular.
thing big about Lynn's back is her ass. Okay, that's it.
Yeah, and it's a damn.
But Lynn, how were the tacos
Huge.
last night?
Yes, how are the tacos? And I mean that as a queer man. Damn. Like, Yeah, I wear the tacos because
And no matter what anybody say, I'm gay as fuck. So there's that. So
I do know there's that running joke I've seen though about bisexual girls and their boyfriends.
yeah.
Well,
But
it's my favorite is there was a comedian and she was talking about bisexual women with men, and she's like, and their names are always something like Peter or Mike or it's always like a basic ass white man name.
I've seen the one where it's like bisexual girls will like show you their girl crush, and it's this beautiful, like stunning woman, and then they show you their boy crush, and he looks like an attic goblin. Like,
Ooh,
okay,
you got fancy tacos.
not Lynn calling us single.
Yeah,
Right.
you already have Princess doing that. Now we got Lynn doing it too.
Yeah, I
like,
y'all need to stop being unhappy, and you're right.
Brandy, my princess, new friends, comments. Yeah, I mean a lot because she's lesbian. A lot of lesbian, especially lesbians, and I'm not speaking for all lesbians, obviously, but especially lesbians tend to feel some type of way about bi women who end up with men and such.
Yeah.
I feel like it comes from a place of hurt, not defending it.
Mhm.
But like it to me, sometimes I see it as like you're dating a bi girl that broke their heart.
mm-hmm.
That
And then
ended
the
with
next
that.
person they dated was a guy.
And that nowhere means it's okay. But that's
Yeah.
where I see it coming from.
Nah, that shit. I was like,
It's
not
funny
you're a racist.
because on the gay side of it, it's like the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know gay guys love bi guys to an extent where it can be kind of almost fetishy at sometimes. I've seen it.
Uh-huh.
So it's interesting.
Yeah, I remember in university I met they were friends with my boyfriend, so I met them through him, and it was a throuple, and it was a girl and two guys, and the guys were bi, and they were almost because it was a guy and one guy and the girl were dating, but they wanted an open relationship, and then she met the other guy, and then introduced him to the other guy just to see if they would click, and it turned out apparently they just had a threesome orgy all weekend, and apparently it was amazing.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
And they were I saw all three of them together, and they were all really cute. And they were also just like open, like she would like I would see her and one of the guys would like kiss people when we were out like drinking and clubbing and stuff. And,
Yeah.
like they were just like open as long as like they discussed it and stuff. But it was
I
heard that. I was like, oh, good to know that they had a fun weekend when they met.
the advisor over the club that the college club that I was in and stuff, they were in a relationship with a with a girl, right? And like, so they all live in this house, right?
Mhm.
And she was in a relationship with a girl, and then the girl had a boyfriend, and
Yeah.
then she was they were also in a relationship with a trans guy, and I was like, how does
Polyamory's fun.
Oh,
Complicated.
but like the side ones, like
Yeah.
they don't
Yeah.
mingle,
Yeah.
but the two do,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I'm like,
Like-
interesting.
Well, like
It
there's
sounds
author.
exhausting.
It does. I
yeah.
agree.
Well, there's an author that I met. She came to our school, and she was like, I am a lesbian except for my husband. She said, I've never been attracted to a man except for him. Like her entire life, she was only ever attracted to one man, met him, like fell in love, and was like, am I bi? Like she said it was a whole crisis. But she still sleeps with other women, but it's like they're in an
You're
open
still a practicing
relationship.
lesbian.
Yeah, she'll still go to bars and like hit up women at bars and like go have one night stands. But she
I'm
says
not laughing at that. I'm laughing
Yeah.
at you. I'm just
But-
going to make it clear
and
to anybody
Paco?
watching.
Paco, just so you know, she was from San Francisco.
Mm. I'm just laughing at my practicing lesbian joke. Just want to make
Yeah.
it clear for the internet.
She was really cool just in general, but like that was such an interesting like.
Okay, we're gonna do this last sprint because
Yes.
it's already past time and I'm not pushing time back again.
Okay.
Because if I don't, we will never do this last sprint.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And we're back. So I didn't read. I was on TikTok.
I have 4 chapters
Same.
left.
You have what?
4 chapters left.
Yeah.
We got the reveal of the one guy. He's
Okay.
roughly who I thought he was, but just a slightly different name.
Okay, let's see. Anna's back. So you played the rant. What the fuck? Please block that girl and pray bad breath over
Not bad breath.
Imagine crushing it over someone else's husband's race. Exactly.
Yeah.
And Paco's saying when he thinks of New York, he thinks of cold and Puerto Rican. I feel like I had to preface that by saying I read a lot of the next books. I go out of my way to read those, and the ones set in New York are usually Puerto Rican, like in
Yeah.
So
I will say, I think New York is one of the almost every culture in the world has a significant population in New York. Like, it's fucking wild.
But I do think it's funny in America that the type of Latinx person depends on where in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Majority is like here, Cali, it is majority Mexicans.
Yeah, and Texas too.
And Texas. Well, because they're closer to the borders.
Well, yeah, because if you're
And like Arizona, but like if you're in Florida or Miami, you're gonna get mainly like Cubans, mainly.
Mm-hmm.
And then New York, you've got Puerto Ricans, you got Dominicans. So it's
Haitian.
not that they're not everywhere, but those are just like
the
hot spots. Right, the chaos demon is here, Anna. Anna is. If you were ever in Justice Sprints, keep your eye out for Anna. She will say some wild ass shit. That will look up. But that was our final sprint for the day. Did anybody want to talk about anything else before we wrap it up?
I'm good. I don't have anything. Princess?
I'm good. Thank you.
So I think I'm going to wrap it up. Do you have anything to share? Anything coming up you want to share besides you have sprints tomorrow and Saturday?
I have sprint tomorrow and Saturday. I think like the reset's supposed to come out next week sometime. I filmed it. It's not edited, but I did film it. And I don't know anything else, so.
Fair. I have to film. I film everything on the weekend, so I think this Friday today, you guys, if you haven't already watched, my TBR for June went up. I may have forgotten to edit a part. Princess called me or messaged me directly, and I realized it before, and I was like, "Fuck it."
You also forgot our buddy read.
I told you I forgot the buddy read though.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying that for the people watching.
Oh yeah. I'm also buddy reading a book with Helen next month. I forgot. But I have it on my notes, like my notes TBR, so I have it. I just forgot to put it in the video. But
is that your camera that's making your wall look wonky like that, or is it actually wonky like that?
My wall, because
not yours.
Mine. I can tell. I'm looking at it now, and I'm like, oh yeah, it does look really weird.
I see it. Are you talking about like right here, where it's kind of
like
here. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not bulging out like that in real life.
Okay, good to know. I'm like, Thousand, you good?
I guess the camera's doing that. I've never seen that before.
So, and then I guess starting in June, I might be doing sprints on Sundays, covering for Princess. I'm gonna force Nell to be in one of them at least, because Nell's idea.
Good.
Helen will be there at one point.
Yes, hopefully. I don't know how my schedule is going to change going forward with all the changes at work and stuff. So I make no promises, but I hope I'll be able to make one.
But so I appreciate you guys for coming. Appreciate you, Lynn, Anna, just being here, being active in the comments. Appreciate Princess and Helen for being here in chat, especially Princess, because doing 3 days in a row. A sprint. Hey. You deserve a break. All right.
Yeah.
See you guys next time. Bye.
See ya.